1 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The foreign minister has reassured that Pakistan will continue to sincerely play the role of a facilitator in the Afghan peace process. At the United Nations, Pakistan has warned that India's unilateral annexation of occupied Kashmir could propel South Asia towards a catastrophe. The United Nations General Assembly has adopted a resolution with consensus welcoming the inauguration of the landmark Kartarpur corridor between Pakistan and India. Japanese Prime Minister is considering to cancel his trip to India on Sunday after violent protests in that country over a controversial citizenship law. And now the news in detail. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has reassured that Pakistan will continue to sincerely play the role of a facilitator in the Afghan peace process. He was talking to the American Special Envoy on Afghanistan, Zalmay Khalilzad, who called on him in Islamabad today. The foreign minister said peace in Afghanistan is important for peace and stability in the region. He reiterated Pakistan's stance that there is no military solution to the Afghan conflict. The American envoy apprised the foreign minister about the details of the US Taliban talks. Zalmay Khalilzad appreciated Pakistan's role for peace in Afghanistan. The Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan, says the country is rapidly moving towards economic stability due to strenuous efforts of the government's economic team. In a series of tweets today, she said Prime Minister Imran Khan assumed power in a very difficult economic situation and he saved the country from default. Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan said the current account deficit saw a visible decline of 73% during the current year. She said increase in foreign investment and the rupee value are a good omen for the nation. The National Assembly was informed today that the government fully guarantees the rights of freedom of expression and access to information. Responding to a query during question hour in the House, the Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs, Ali Muhammad Khan, said the government has not put any sort of ban on freedom of expression. He said the government believes in free flow of information and freedom to report and does not believe in press advice or censorship. 3 new judges of the Islamabad High Court took oath at a ceremony in Islamabad today. The Chief Justice, Islamabad High Court, Mr. Justice Athar Minaullah, administered the oaths to them. The judges also includes the first woman judge, Lubna Salim Parvez. The 3 additional judges have been appointed in the High Court for 1 year. At the United Nations, Pakistan has warned that India's unilateral annexation of occupied Kashmir, imposition of military enforced curfew in the disputed state, and mass arrests of Kashmiris, besides hostile actions against the Indian Muslims, could propel South Asia towards a catastrophe. Speaking in a debate on culture of peace at the United Nations General Assembly, Pakistan's permanent representative to the world body, Munir Akram, said it is high time for the international community to wake up to declare danger and intervene to defuse this India-instigated crisis. The United Nations General Assembly has adopted a resolution with consensus welcoming the inauguration of the landmark Kartarpur corridor between Pakistan and India. The resolution was sponsored by Pakistan and the Philippines on promoting interreligious and intercultural dialogue to advance a culture of peace. The resolution said the opening of the peace corridor to Sikhism's holiest shrines is in the spirit of interfaith harmony and peaceful neighborhood. The General Assembly also appreciated the agreement between Pakistan and India to allow visa-free access to pilgrims of all faiths, especially the Sikh community from across the world. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is considering to cancel his scheduled trip to India on Sunday after violent protests over a controversial citizenship law. Earlier, Bangladesh Foreign Minister A.K. Abdul Momin and Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan also called off their visits to India in the midst of the violent protests. Assam and other areas in India have been witnessing massive protests for the last 2 days with thousands of people hitting the streets demanding scrapping of the controversial act that denies citizenship rights to Muslims. In Britain, the ruling Conservative Party, led by Prime Minister Boris Johnson, has won the general election with clear majority after 648 or 650 seats results declared Conservative parties ahead, with 363 seats, followed by the Labour Party with 203 seats so far. And finally, cricket. On the third day of the first cricket test match between Pakistan and Sri Lanka, the match could not be started due to wet outfield this morning. Sri Lanka has to resume the match at the overnight score of 263 for the loss of 6 wickets. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. And you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.